Okay, so this is going to kind of be a rather long video. I'm going to go through the entire house here at 32nd Avenue. Probably take me 15 minutes to go through everything we did. Obviously, we painted the whole house. In the bathroom here, we put a new toilet seat on. I had to take that toilet off. I was able to use the same flange, but I had to pour cement up underneath there to have anchors to tie the flange down to. That toilet was so loose that you could slide it from side to side. Your baseboard guys need to get in here and do the rest of. They got a piece of baseboard outside. They need to get in here and do the baseboard. Finish this up. But we obviously put the cabinets and faucets in, and then the new mirrors, and a new blind here because that window doesn't look so good. Put a hook here. Put towel bar there. Put this here, which the old towel bar holder was something like this here in your shower, which I got to ask you how you want to do this, because that's not just dirty. That's paint coming apart from that thing. But that thing, you had a similar thing here, which when we removed, we had to make patch a big hole in the wall there, which looks good. My drywall work is impeccable. We put a hook here. When we took the cabinets out, it left a chunk of wall missing here, pulling the splash off. So we had to repair that. A lot of drywall repair in this house, even after the paint job. We put a new GFI in there. Obviously, you know, we did 20 or 30 plugs in this place. Plugs and switches, covers, whatever. Put new light bulbs up there. Just to show you what your shower guy did. He did a good job here. And then I put a new valve insert here, a new ring, a new handle, a new shower head. Had to buy all that. Put new handles on everywhere in the house, as well as new hinges. Got rid of the old painted ones. We replaced 3 interior doors. You can tell which ones because the old style had that up top. The ones we had to buy are like that up top. You can't buy those other ones anymore, but they look very similar. This was also a new door. Maybe it was only 2 interior doors we replaced. Oh, one of the closet doors we replaced as well. In the master bedroom, we cleaned the fan room. We maid service this house, even though as you look at the video, there's clutter everywhere because we're just getting ready to wrap up and pull out of here. I put anchored into the cement new door stops for these 3 doors. I bought 4 packages of these hand cups. Those are $8.97 for 2. You can check that on the Home Depot website. I had to buy 8 of them. I only needed 7, but they come in 2 packs, so I did that too. Put new smoke detectors up everywhere. Put new blinds up in all the windows. Going into the next room, got rid of the old white ugly painted handle, and I put a satin nickel handle on your bifold. I had to buy a new kit for your bifold, which included a new track and all new hardware on the tops and the bottoms, so I had to buy a hardware kit too for that. Going into this room, same as the master, same thing, closet guides. I said door stops in the last one. I meant to say closet guides. Closet guides into the floor, new cups in the doors, new blind, painted everywhere, new smoke detector. We took all of the vents down in the house, soaked them in degreaser for a day, and then painted them bright white and caulked them all in so it looks good. We put door stops in throughout the house. They were all gone or bad. So you got new satin nickel door stops. In the hallway, same with this. We cleaned and painted it. It looked awful. We caulked it in. This thing looked terrible before. I mean, you would have probably wanted to replace it if you'd seen it before I did it. Put a new filter in there. In this bathroom, we just got done lubing that up. Let's see if it's working. Yeah, I might have to replace that one. We'll see if we can make it sound better. I did, so you can hear it, we were successful in lubing this one up to make it sound good. It wasn't even working. Hear how good it sounds? So that's the way the other one's supposed to sound. We might end up having to replace that. Obviously we replaced all the light bulbs in the house. Almost every light bulb was gone. This room too, same thing as the other rooms. New closet guides, handcuffs, painted the walls, new door hardware. In this bathroom, now this here took me about a half a day. I had to take this toilet didn't even have a flange underneath it, so it was all corroded away around the pipe. I had to actually pour cement in there and let it sit for a couple of days and cure, so I could bolt a new flange down for this toilet to make it secure. Both your toilets, you can't move them if you try. They're secure to the floor. They will not move. Again, new cabinet, new faucet, one light bulb burned out, new light bulb there, new mirror here, new beveled mirror. Both your medicine cabinets, most people would have replaced them, but we sanded them and painted them a glossy white, so both your medicine cabinets look good. Here, when I pulled the countertop off, it took this countertop wrapped around to here. It took the drywall with it, the side splash. So we had to put a drywall piece in here, drywall piece in there. You can see my texture work looked good. You got two textures in here. You got this texture here, and you got smooth walls here and here. So I left it that way. So, but this bathroom looks nice. In here, we removed a lot of grout, put a lot of new grout in. Remember how bad it looked? It was all full of mold and mildew. We grout caulked around this. It had no grout caulk. And put a new shower head on there. And we put, oh yeah, another bathroom too. See this rounded towel bar? Those are $57 each at Home Depot. You can look that up. There's another one going in the other bathroom. It's sitting right here. So of course, we did the 44 tiles in the house. New blind there. I was actually able to find a globe for that at Habitat. We were going to have to replace that. I found a globe, it works. So I kept that light there and kept that light there. This here, we took all the bulbs out, and these white globes were a dark gray from the dirt that had accumulated through the years. It took soaking those for an entire day and scrubbing those to get those clean. So now when you turn that light on, it looks really nice. See that? Oh, by the way, in your hallway, these three-way switches, this one here, and this one here, we had here, so they work three-way. They weren't wired for three-way, so we had to crawl up in the attic and run wires down the wall here, and a network wire here to get the three-way mechanism to work so you could turn it on from here or that down there. You got a new thermostat here. Oh, by the way, your heat doesn't seem to be working in this house. The air works good. Heat doesn't seem to be working. We put 4 sets of satin nickel smart locks on. One set here, one set here, one going into the garage and one on the double door. Going into the kitchen area is a mess in here because we got stuff all over the place, but we'll clean it up. I put, you remember when you hear how awful this looked here? And I did a little spot for you. See how nice it looks? I put new trim down there. It had paint all over it. I put a piece of trim here. I'll put another coat of stain on that before I'm done. I put a piece of corner trim here. Didn't have one. And you remember how bad that looked down there. We put new toe kick. Needs to be wiped off. It's just dusty because we've been walking around in here. But we put new toe kick. I put new trim in here. I put new trim in here. This old trim had paint all over it, and this too, new trim. These two cabinets, we had to take the countertops off in order to be able to put drywall anchors in and fasten those to the wall so they don't move. And also, both of these bases were corroded. You couldn't even put face plates on them or a toe kick on them. In fact, you can see where we had to cut this cabinet and put a piece of wood down on the bottom to rebuild the base all the way around because that cabinet was ready to fall over. And then we put toe kick on, obviously, you know. I had a stove here I bought. It had a warranty. It had a couple of issues, so I took it back. I'm going to bring another stove tomorrow. But you got a new microwave here that I got a good price on, a light new microwave. It was used, but I got a good price on it. I got you all three appliances. Well, I think I got still buy a stove. I should be able to get you all three appliances. You got a brand new Frigidaire here. I got it, was still in the box. The guy offloaded it for $75 cheaper than buying it new from Spencer's, so I got a great deal on that. The cabinets have been restore finished. Again, new trim. Everything had paint on it, new trim. Everything looked awful. So we made this kitchen look really good. If you look at the cabinets, they look phenomenal. You know, I still have some countertop work to do here. I've done some shaping on these cracks that were there and here. Now once I wipe these off, there'll only be little spots. Like you can see, this one here will only be real small once I wash it out. And I have a paint that I think I can mist over those. You can see the paint matches pretty good. So I'm going to try and make these look good. I did a repair there in those two places. I did one here. Now I'm not done with them yet, so don't worry about it. I did one here. You can see, let me get out of the light. You can see I did one there. It still needs to be sanded and taken care of. But I did see another one, a couple of more I missed. So I'll get those here today before I leave. That's one of them. But we should get this looking good enough to rent. Your old faucet leaked terribly. I got you a good deal on that. I got that at Habitat for $25. That's about a $90 faucet at Home Depot. I got $30 actually, $30 I paid for that. You remember how bad your French doors looked? We had to put masking tape around every one of these windows and paint these spines on both sides. You can see how nice the doors look. You really can't tell because there's no light in here. But I'll tell you what, they look as good inside as they do look outside. And you remember what they looked like before. They were terrible. So they look good too. Now going from this room into the garage. The garage is a mess. We've got everything that we're working with out here, so this will all be out of here tomorrow. We're trying to get out of this house in the next day or two. We would have been out today, but Brandon wanted us to do some work, which I'm going to tell you about in a minute. But on your garage door, you got new wiring on all your laser eyelets. You got a new stabilizer bar here. You can see it's brand new. That was causing the garage to want to crease in the middle. If that hadn't been done, this garage door would have been ruined. We also had my guy put a new metal bar down here so we could put a garage seal. I'll send you a picture of what it looked like before. It looked awful when it was on the ground. You had pieces of rubber sticking out everywhere, and the garage, the bar was bent. So that's done. Back, let me shut this garage door and show you what it looks like from the outside. I'm going to hurry up and get out of here. Oh, I made it go back up. Here, I'll open it and go out the front door. Here. I triggered it. Hold on. Let me go outside from the front door. Brandon had us buy and purchase and install a new security door. But when we got the security door in, because this comes down so far, the security door was hitting the fascia. So what we did today, and you can see I got to put another paint on that fascia there, but we made an indentation in the house, and we cut the roof back, and we put new fascia here and going across in here, new drip edge. We cut the roofing back. This looks like a real professional job here. It is a professional job. My guy Kenny is great, but see, he made an allowance for that door now to be able to open. That's what a few people have done in the neighborhood. So this looks nice. Now the door opens and wants to hit the fascia up here. We couldn't go any wider because the wall's here, or we would have made it wider. So I'm going to try and figure out a piece of rubber padding or something I can put against that fascia. So you can see right where it hits. It's right there. That I can put against that fascia so this door doesn't start getting scarred up. But it's a nice door. That's something Brandon had us do yesterday. When I told him we were leaving, he asked us to do that. Also, these windows. See how nice they look? The front of this house, before we were here, looked awful. The windows looked awful. They looked old. We wood-filled, caulked, and painted the shutters. And these were so dirty. These spines on this window, these things here, we had to CLR them about a half dozen times and scrub them to get them looking. I mean, look, come on, look, they actually look like new windows. They look really nice. The house presents well. The rock we put in the backyard, we had about 4 ton extra. So there was no rock here. I put that mesh down so there'd be no weeds. We filled this with rock. We filled that with rock. We got all this rock. It's a thin veneer over the top of what was there. But we filled in all the holes so the front of the house, when you look at the front of the house and that repair that he did today, it looks good. It looks good out here. Also, I painted, you know I did the electrical service work over there. I've already talked about that. Painted about a dozen spots in the house that had drywall patches that were never painted or paint that was scraped away. I wanted to shut the garage door so you can see how nice it looks. Let me give you a full view of the house. That garage door looked awful. So when you look at the house now, man, you got a house that really presents itself well. You can rent to a family now at this house. A family will take pride in this house instead of getting these people in here that keep trashing this house. You know, get a responsible working family in here, and I think you'll do a lot better. We put rock. I had enough rock to go all the way up the driveway because it was missing a lot. We put new fence slats on here, which was quite a project. We had to raise up the gate to get it level with each other. We raised it about an inch. That's all we could raise it because the hinges on here are welded. So we actually had to twist the hinges and do some fancy work to get this thing done. But we use galvanized screws so they won't rot. And you can see how nice this looks. See? Looks really nice. And I got redwood, so it'd have a special, and it's a moisture wood, so it won't dry up and shrivel as badly. I put a gate latch on it, sufficient enough to put a lock there. And then, as you can see, we did the whole backyard with rock. Every bit of this backyard has black mesh paper underneath it, so you should not have a weed problem ever again. We did all the drywall work. You had bad drywall everywhere there, and paint was hanging, drywall was hanging. We fixed the whole patio here. We painted all your posts while we were at it, so they look nice. Cleaned all the windows inside and out. This had and Brandon knows this had a huge pile of sprinkler valves sticking up out of the ground that was fed by a PVC pipe and a switch and a gate valve that came out of here and went down into the ground and then fed all those. So we dug all that back so we could get up underground and cut all those pipes, and I capped it off here. You can see with that brass cap, with that galvanized cap. So that's been done. I just did that about an hour ago. They're now working. This is something else Brandon asked us to do today. After we were going to leave, he asked us if we'd stay and make this fence look good again. So that's what we're doing now. We're putting on top to save you labor expense. You can see the old cross member was corroded all the way across. It's missing. See how it is here? See how that old cross member? So we're putting new 2x4s all the way across, all the way down in both directions. And we're putting new slats where you need them. We're not replacing all of them. Brandon asked us just to replace the ones that were bad. So that's what we're doing now. We'll get this looking good back here. Hey guys, somebody's got a bag of grout back there, an irrigation line. Pull all that irrigation line out. We could use it. And there's a pair of pliers down there too.
Yeah, I just dropped it.
Okay. All right. So anyway, obviously we did the roof. We painted all the fascia. The back of the house looks good too. Look at that. Backyard looks nice too. I mean, the pool helps. Getting the pool done, obviously. Let me see what else. We got rid of a couple of dead trees back here. Or not dead trees, dead shrubs. But we spread the rock evenly with a big 24-inch wide gravel rock. You never told me what you wanted to do with this. Never got back with me on it, so I left it alone. It doesn't go inside, so this needs a weatherproof cover. I'll get one and put one on there when I come pack up to leave out. Our goal is to be out of this house tomorrow. I got to get on to another job. So, but I want to get this to you because I'm going to be invoicing you, and I want you to know what we did here. And to be honest with you, I did probably 2 days worth of detail work in here, which I'm not going to charge you a lot for. But stuff like this here, you had baseboard going to the cabinet and trim going down to the baseboard, which looked really shitty. And then you had a piece of, somebody had put a piece of molding around this entire cabinet and painted it. 2¼ inch molding. It looked like crap. So I took that molding off and I sanded all this, restained it so it looks good, and it doesn't have that molding on it. So I did like a couple days of that kind of detail work. Took this this old baseboard here is all new because it looked like crap. I could give you a list as long as my arm of various areas of detail work we did here. So anyway, I think that's it. Let me walk around one more time. Here, I'll pause this, and if I find anything else, I'll come back online. By the way, new towel bar, new towel ring, and new toilet paper holder here too. And these were Delta satin nickel kits. They were $57 each, and I got one for each bathroom. Okay, well I guess that's about it. Now, if you can imagine all this stuff going on the countertops, imagine that kitchen, how nice it looks once we get that stove in there, you know. I mean, look at it. Looks good. And imagine this room too. It looks really good in here. It looks clean. It's crisp. Everything's nice. You know. And just to give you a panoramic view of the bathroom, how nice this looks. You know, you got a nice setup in here. The toilet looks good. You know, you got a nice looking shower. Bathtub's been scrubbed out. I didn't think we'd be able to get that clean. But it looks, you know, everything looks nice here. Bedrooms look good. As you can see, the bedrooms look nice. Bedroom looks nice. Bedroom looks nice. And the bathroom, I think that this bathroom here is stunning. It looks really nice. We had to put tile up under the cabinets because you could see underneath them. So we had to do that. In fact, we had to run tile. You can see all the way across. So all these are new tiles too. So that's actually 44, about 50 tiles total. I said 44 earlier. And I bought wood trim for these because the cabinets didn't come with wood trim. And I thought it looked unfinished, so I put wood trim there. and on this side, and in the other bathroom too, to give it a finished look. So, and here's your shower. I think everything in here looks good, man. I think you'll be real pleased when you walk it. Let us get up all our stuff out of here and give it one final wipe down tomorrow, and we'll be out of this house. You can start to show it in the next couple of days, okay? And just to show you how these look, I got door stops on, closet guides in everywhere, so the doors all slide and function as they're supposed to. See, all the way across. I put two door stops on that one, so I did use all 8. I put 2 door stops so you could grab it either way. And I had to drill all these into the door, so they weren't ready for doors. I'm sorry, not door stops. Closet cups. I had to drill all those in myself. Only 1 or 2 of the doors here had the holes ready for the cups, the closet cups. So, oh, and also I had to put new hardware on these doors here in this bedroom. You can look behind and see. You can't see, it's dark, but when you walk it, you can tell. One of these rooms I put new door hardware on because they weren't sliding properly. So I think that's long enough. We got about 26 minutes of video here. But I think it's important that you see what we did in here because it's all going to be on the invoice, and I want you to understand the work we did. So that's it. If I have anything else to add to it, I sure will. Even after capping off that plumbing, we got a major leak back here. One of these pipes underground that we cut off must be tied to a different water source. So I'm going to have to do I pulled it all back again. I'm going to have to do a repair up underneath there. They either brought it from the front yard or they tied it in directly to the feed from the house, directly to over here, because when I turn the water on, it spews up there. So anyway, I just wanted to get that on record. Okay, I just want to show you. We dug this back up. I didn't know they had 2 sources of feed back here. I put a cap on it. It's fully pressurized. So it ain't going nowhere. No leaks. So we have to put all this back. But anyway, it's fixed. Real quickly, I'm going to show you what we're doing back here. We have taken 2x4s, which are real sturdy, and we've run it on top of this old dilapidated stuff, which was missing in a lot of places, and it's all cracked up now. It wasn't holding the boards. So you put new 2x4 all the way down on top of the old stuff, and where it was missing. See that? Here you can see where we did it here. Here it was completely missing. It was rotted away. So we just got this board here. And then it starts back up here. But anyway, we did the whole run back here. And we got all these slats to put on, 50 of them. And they all got to be cut by an inch or by a foot to make them the same height as these. So it'll look good when it's done. We won't finish this till tomorrow. It's getting dark, as you can see. Anyhow, so we turned the water on last night, and it was still popping water up out of here. Even after I cut the sprinkler line that should have ran to those valves off, I cut that off. That should have killed everything over here. So I dug it up a second time, and then this morning a third time because it was still flooding water up out. So what I had to do, evidently whoever owned this house tied in this irrigation to the main water supply of this hose bib, which is unlawful actually. You're supposed to have a vacuum break around there if you do that. But they must have done that well underground, so I had to come back, dig it up again, find the pipe and cap it, which is what we did here. So anyway, this wasn't just a simple cut off the pipe thing. And I'm not saying that to say I'm going to charge you $1 million, but it wasn't. I just wanted you to know this was a little project here. So anyhow, this should be, let me show you the backyard. You can see your fencing is coming along. See how nice it looks? So We got a few more to put up down here. So that's looking good.